Hello everyone. On the occasion of our Constitution Day, let us look into the outstanding features of our Constitution. First of all, the first feature is the supremacy of our Constitution. Our Constitution is supreme over all other laws, and if any law violates the provisions of the Constitution can strike down that law. So that is the first feature. The second feature is that ours is a lengthiest Constitution in the whole world. It is having totally at present 461 articles. Earlier it was, when it was enacted, 395 articles, 22 parts and 8 schedules. Now after amendments it stands with 461 articles totally, 25 parts and 12 schedules. So it is the lengthiest constitution in the whole world, and it is a written constitution. Now let us look into the objectives which are enshrined in the preamble, which are part of our salient features. First of all, sovereignty is one of the most important salient feature. Sovereignty is complete territorial control, independent decision-making authority, freedom to enter into treaty with any foreign country. No one can interfere in the sovereignty of India. That is the important feature of our Constitution. Next is that we are a socialist state. The Constitution declares that we are going to eliminate inequality in income, status, opportunity, and fulfill the ideals of a socialist state. It is a welfare state. The next feature is that it is a secular state. The Constitution constitutes a secular state, which means that we are just and fair to all religions, and India is a neutral state which does not follow a religion of its own. It has equal respect for all religions. That is secularism, which is enshrined in our Constitution. The next feature is that we are a democracy. It is a democratic polity. That is, the voting of the people constitute the government. So the people elect the representatives, and it is a government for the people. So we are a democratic state. Then the Constitution declares that it is a republic. So a republic is a place where, or a country where the head of the state is a political sovereign who is elected from the people. So the political sovereignty rests with the people, and it is not a hereditary monarch. So that is a next feature. We are a parliamentary government. We have adopted the parliamentary democracy of England with a parliamentary sovereignty, but we have also enacted several features where it is also coinciding with the American Constitution. We are a parliamentary government because we have two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, which is a bicameral central legislature. That is the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, House of the People and Council of the States. This is our feature of our Constitution. Then we have a federal system, but it is not a normal federal system where we see two levels of government between the union and the state governments, but we are a union government and a state governments, two levels, which is a quasi-federal system. Quasi-federal means similar to federal. There is a bias on part of the union government, we can say. So the union government is supreme to the state government, but there are two levels of government. This is a feature of our system. Then there is another feature that we have three lists in our Constitution. There is a distribution of powers which are distributed between three lists in our Constitution according to the 7th schedule. And whatever remains which is not listed in the three lists, they are residuary powers which rest with the center. So center has the power to make laws on any of the residuary subjects, and what is enlisted in the union list, the union makes laws. What is enlisted in the state list, the state makes laws, and what is enlisted in the concurrent list, both can make laws. So this is one of the unique features of our Indian Constitution. So the next important feature of our Constitution is that we have an independent judiciary. So we have adopted this feature from the American Constitution. Executive and legislature are interdependent, but judiciary is completely independent. This is a feature which we have borrowed from the American Constitution. Then we have another feature, that is a single citizenship. We do not provide the citizens dual citizenship. Though India is a union of states, we are having several states, but the citizens are citizens of India, not of their respective states. This is a unique feature of our Constitution. The next unique feature is that we have included our fundamental rights in our Constitution as a Bill of Rights in the Part 3 of the Constitution. This feature we have borrowed from the American Constitution, where we have listed 6 fundamental rights, that is right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and constitutional remedies, right to constitutional remedies. All these are fundamental rights shown in our Constitution or enshrined in our Constitution. This is one of the important feature. The next important feature is that we have Directive Principles of State Policy given in our Constitution under Part 4 of the Constitution. Part 4 speaks about different directive principles which can be classified as socialistic principles which give or which declare equitable justice, Gandhian principles which declare the ideals of Gandhiji, liberal principles which are independent welfare provisions, general principles, different kinds of principles which are just like a direction to the state to make laws. So, directive principles are nothing but socio-economic welfare provisions in our Constitution, which is again a unique feature of our Constitution. We have also our fundamental duties enshrined in our Constitution. We have 11 fundamental duties in Article 51A, which has been added as an amendment by the 42nd Amendment Act in 1976. So, the 11 duties of citizens of India are listed in this particular part. So, that is one of the features. Then another feature of our Constitution is we are having universal adult franchise. Whoever the citizens, whether they are a man or a woman, male or female, anybody who becomes an adult, that is who reaches 18 years of age, can vote, and the adult franchise is granted to all. So, there is no discrimination between men and women in case of electing the government. This is a feature of our Constitution. Then we have another feature, that is emergency powers. These emergency powers are in the hands of the President, and there are 3 kinds of emergencies stated in the Constitution. One is a national emergency, state emergency, and financial emergency. These powers are given to the President to be exercised at the time of emergencies. This is a unique feature of our Constitution. The another feature of our Constitution is that we declare all India services also. What is this all India services is? We have the Union Public Service Commission, under which these services are constituted, and all India services is also a unique feature which we have borrowed from the English system. So, this is a unique feature of our Constitution. Then we can say that we are having a power to amend the Constitution also. Our Constitution is not very rigid. Our Constitution is not very flexible. There is a combination of both. It is partly rigid and partly flexible. That means some provisions are such that they can be amended very easily, that is, they are flexible. Some provisions are there which cannot be amended unless there is a concurrence of the 50% of the states along with majority in the Parliament also. The 2/3 majority has to be there for that amendment. So, it is a combination of both. So, we can say that it is a semi-rigid and it is semi-flexible, or it is partly rigid and partly flexible. Because Constitution is a living document, it has to be amended, and there is a provision of amendment in our Constitution. So, looking at all these features, we can see that our Constitution has combined so many features which are important for the governance of the country, and it is a unique Constitution which is according to our system, our people. It has been formed by the founding fathers, and this Constitution Day, let us remember that on 26th of November 1949 it was adopted, enacted, and this Constitution was given to the people of India by ourselves. We the people have given the Constitution to ourselves on this day.